In the United States, another family is in agony tonight after reports their daughter has been killed in Syria. 26-year-old Kayla Mueller, a humanitarian worker, disappeared in Syria nearly 2 years ago. It's thought the so-called Islamic State has been holding her hostage. Now they claim she's been killed in a Jordanian airstrike. As Jackson Prosco reports, it's not clear if it's true or just a perverse public relations stunt.
Jordanian fighter jets have been pounding ISIS targets. Revenge for the execution of a Jordanian Air Force pilot burned alive in a graphic propaganda video. But the so-called Islamic State now claims one of those airstrikes in Syria killed an American hostage, identified as 26-year-old Kayla Mueller.
She was a very eager young humanitarian worker who went into Syria without a lot of the experience that most humanitarian workers that work in conflict are trained in.
Mueller was taken captive in August 2013 outside a hospital in Aleppo. Before she left for Syria, she made a video pledging solidarity with the people she hoped to help.
I reject the brutality and killing that the Syrian authorities are committing against the Syrian people.
While there's deep concern for Mueller's fate, U.S. officials caution there's no evidence she was killed.
I cannot confirm those reports in any way.
The ISIS claims are the latest salvo in an increasingly tense fight with Jordan, an Arab ally of the U.S. coalition that's now acting on its own against ISIS. Jordan's foreign minister took to Twitter, accusing ISIS of carrying out an old and sick trick, claiming that human shields held captive are killed by air raids. There may be another tactic at play.
I think ISIS is trying in its own typically clumsy way to divide a coalition. I suppose this is now the effort to somehow get Americans to be mad at Jordanians, but it's ridiculous.
Instead, the coalition seems more unified than ever, with outrage over ISIS tactics now growing in the Muslim world. Kayla Mueller is believed to be the only American hostage still held by ISIS. Part of the uncertainty about her fate comes from U.S. assurances that the Jordanians would have carefully screened any locations for airstrikes to make sure they weren't being used to hold hostages. Donna?
All right, Jackson Prosco, thank you.